Welcome to the next tutorial on the asset register. In this tutorial we will cover what is an asset, the asset register hierarchy, and finding an asset. All maintenance systems share the two most basic building blocks of a maintenance system, the asset register and work orders. The asset register in its most basic form is a list of the equipment that you are responsible for maintaining. Once an asset has been entered into the system, then the various maintenance tasks that you perform on the asset are recorded against that asset as a work order. In MEX, the asset register is accessed by clicking on the Asset button on the main menu, here. On the left-hand side of the asset register, we find the asset hierarchy, which is a list of the assets broken up into a structure. In Visi, at the top of the structure you'll find your site, in this case VisiBoard Wodonga. I can expand Wodonga by clicking on the small icon to the left to show Wodonga's children, in this case Building Services, Converting and Corrugator. I can expand Converting to display the different types of line under Converting. I'll expand the rotary die cutters to show the different lines in that area. And I can expand a line to display the different stations on that line. For example, here we have the bundle inverter. For some of the stations, I'll be able to expand them further to show the main components of that station. When I have an asset selected in the hierarchy, I'll see the details of the asset on the right-hand side of the screen, here. In addition to the details of the asset, I can also see a list of the work orders outstanding for that asset and the maintenance history of that asset. Each asset in MEX has two things that are used to identify it. The asset number, which is a code that is used to identify the asset within the system, and a description of the asset. You can locate an asset by drilling down through the hierarchy, as you've already seen, or you can use the Asset Search tool, which is accessed by clicking on the Search button here. You use the Asset Search tool to locate an asset by entering some text into the text search field here. When I enter text into this field and click on the Search button here, it will locate the first asset in the asset register that contains the text in either its asset number or description. In this case I've entered the text invert and I see inverter in the description of this bundle inverter. If I click on search again, it will locate the next asset that contains that text in the asset number or description. I can click again to locate the next asset and keep cycling through the system, locating matching assets. As well as cycling through the hierarchy, I can use the Search tool's Listing tab here, which will list all of the assets that match the entered text. I complete the process by selecting the asset that I want to find, we'll say the bundle inverter in line 2, and clicking on the Select button. This will select the asset in the hierarchy and display the asset's details on the right-hand side of the screen.